Hello, Sal Capano here. Welcome Saturday. I normally don't come on that much on Saturday, but some breaking news yesterday. I want to just let you know there's been a change. Pay attention. You don't want to miss the rest of this video. But first, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for subscribing to my channel. I greatly appreciate. It's all about you guys. I try to get back to your comments as quick as possible. Some of this is going to be here in Nevada, but you don't want to miss this on the tax. There's been a change since my last video, which was on Thursday. And speaking of Thursday, on Thursday, the IRS, $10,200 unemployment compensation tax, likely will have to not file an amendment. Okay, all likelihood, this is good. We will not have to go to our CPA. So how things are changing. So claiming without filing an amendment. So what's that mean for you and your family and your spouse and your partner? Stay tuned. Okay, so here is what I did. I done my taxes early. Maybe a lot of you have. For those who have filed, have my last video, if you watched in my playlist, you had to wait not to file an amendment. You can't anyhow, whether you did it yourself or went to a professional. But now all indications are the IRS is going to figure out how to do it. So online C on your tax. So what they're going to do basically is, has nothing to do with your income. Let's say, for an example, real quick, and watch this video to the end. This is very important. It has nothing to do with your income. Let's say you collected unemployment, but you made, just for an example, you made $20,000. Just an example, and unemployment, but you also worked part-time, had some earnings. They don't care. All they're going to do is go by your unemployment. Strictly unemployment. So it's easy for them to go with all these computers and how they've been sending out your stimulus bill, is just go to the line that you earned $20,000 and take the $10,200 right underneath, like I kind of mentioned on my video, and it's easier for everybody to, instead of have to go on out and rush into your CPA and file an amendment. It's going to suck for the CPAs because that's probably extra money being charged, but it's easier for them. They have our information. All they got to do is subtract it and calculate it. It has nothing to do, but it will. As far as the tax bracket, I understand has nothing to do with the tax bracket. It's just going to deduct that, and a percentage-wise, what I calculated will be, just for one person, $10,200 subtracted by 20, what it calculates to, in my mouth, again, I'm not a CPA, it's approximately about $1,200 to $1,500 back to you. About $1,200 to about $1,500 back to you. All right, well, Sal, what if there's both of us working? If there's both of you working, then they take each individual. So if somebody made $20,000, like I just said, $12,500 back to you, and then the spouse, let's say the spouse made a little less, then they would subtract that. If it was maybe $7,000 in unemployment, then you probably would get back about $1,800 to $2,000. So again, it has nothing to do with your other income. Let's say you had income from, you added income, whatever else you did, part-time job before the pandemic or during the pandemic, just unemployment. They know how to do it. So that's good news. So that means they're going to send, when they're going to send it out, what I'm reading and what I heard yesterday, as of today, they're trying to figure it out. I think because of all this stimulus, they want to make sure all the stimulus go out. What I'm hearing is into maybe less than a week, they're going to start issuing the refund back to us into our account. So if you got your refund IRS in your account, all likelihood will go just like that. If it was by mail, then it'll go by mail. Sort of like the stimulus. So that's breaking news on this Saturday. Will things change? I doubt it. So I think it's just easier to do it this way. There's nothing you have to do on your part. They can do it. So as long as you file your taxes, you just sit back. You know, as soon as I hear more, I'll come on this video and do it. Now, let's say you haven't filed taxes. For those who haven't filed taxes, then you're kind of on the lucky of the draw because your CPA or HR block, and I would recommend you go to a professional. They'll already have the language, they'll already have the information. It's a simple deduction, and they'll be able to do it, and you'll probably all likelihood get your return in a week or 10 days is normally as you get your refund. So if you haven't, the luck of the draw, you get a little bit quicker, but everybody's entitled to this 100%. Again, my video the other day, you had to go to a CPA. Now they're saying a little different. So I think they just figured out it would be too much. Now, real quickly, just in Nevada, if you have any questions, I'm going to have a link of an email underneath, scapano13@cox.net, on this video and some other videos. What I'm hearing, I'm getting some questions about unemployment and PUA. If you were on unemployment, they switch you over to PUA. They have different tiers and schedule here in Nevada. I hear that they're pushing out those claims for people who haven't got paid. There's still people way back from March who still haven't got paid a year ago. A lot of it is a Social Security. There's people who didn't identify themselves, so it's about getting to the Social Security office. They're open now in our state, and getting a Social Security card. And understanding they're mailing some, and once you get that uploaded, that was some of the cases. Other cases was they were completing the regular unemployment if you were on unemployment, and they're moving you up. Call your adjudicator. Call the unemployment office. Be direct, but be nice, and say, I'd like to speak to a supervisor. With some luck, you might. Unfortunately, they probably won't, but you might get. Can you please have them call me back or send my information to my adjudicator, that it's dire straits for me. I was receiving payments, or I haven't received payments, and have them move you up to the highest tier there is so you can get paid. I am hearing some good news though, really, and I'm not BSing people. I don't work for them. I just got a reliable source that he gives me some information, and I'm in and out of meetings with state representatives, and they're trying to complete. So when they implement this, which leads, hold on real quick before you turn this video off. This is very important. They want to try to complete this because they are closing down the site today. Actually, I believe they already closed it to work on the website of PUA and unemployment. And when I say work, I think they're trying to, remember I said in my other videos, it could be to mid-April, but I'm optimistic now. If they're closing the website, that's telling me, now the reliable source I talked to, he wouldn't give me that information there, so because maybe they're not sure, but I'm thinking that they're going to implement that $300 boost that this money just came. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it'll be. Now, please, when you wake up tomorrow on Sunday, please, here in Nevada, or I think most states, make sure you file, because even if you don't get the boost, you're still going to get your weekly state unemployment. So definitely go in there and file. And if there is a little bit of a pause or a gap, 150% they have to retro pay. So that's that. Hopefully I answered your questions on the taxes. I think it's more positive information. It's money that they have to give back because they implemented this after most people did their taxes. If you like my video, please share my video, hit the comment, hit that little, everybody hit that little bell. If you like it, hit the bell and subscribe, and it'll give you updates as I come on for the latest trending news and PUA and this tax credit, and I guess stimulus. We might be done for a little bit. Remember, say hello to somebody. Tomorrow's another day, and thank you for watching. If I hear anything, I don't think I'll hear any more news on that tax credit, but I'll be more than happy to come back on. I'll see you guys, and thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it.